If you enjoy truthful and heartfelt conversations to inspire you to become a better version of yourself, empowering stories will help you. Thank you so much for being here. And how would you like to be introduced?
How do I like to be introduced? Like I said, my name is Lady Mariéme Jamme. I am the founder of iamtheCODE. I was originally born in Senegal, in West Africa. I'm currently writing my book to tell my entire story. I'm very passionate about supporting women and girls across the world. The program, we are trying to get 1 million women and girls to learn how to code. I believe that, women and girls have, really suffered unnecessarily for the, last 100 years, I would say. We have made some progress on women leadership and women's education. But at the same time, I think that we have not done enough for women. And COVID-19 has proven that women will be left behind. And if you don't do anything now to support women, it's going to be difficult. But also, I think women must support women, right? Women need to support women. If women don't support women, then I think it's very difficult. So that's what I do, and that's what's keeping me busy at the moment. My book and supporting women and girls.
Why did that happen? Because what I read in your bio is that you're going to share in this book your painful journey. Would you like to go a little bit into that? What made you be the person that you are now, the empowered woman that you are now?
Oh wow, that's a long story. It's coming definitely on the book. So many people probably have read the story, but I think sometimes all the stuff you read on the internet is not very accurate. So, but I had a very very terrible childhood. I came from an aristocrat family. My mother, abandoned us as children. But there's so many issues in Senegal. If you know Senegal today, you'll know that there are so many society issues, norm issues. The country just behind, and so I didn't have the childhood I deserved to have. And I was sexually abused when I was 11 years old, and I was raped by my Quranic teacher, and then given Valium at the age of 13, taken away from the country, and then come back again. So it was really a very terrible childhood for me. Ended up so in my teenage years, I don't remember much that what happened to me between the day I was born until probably 18. I'm still investigating and figuring out and asking questions. And then it's all coming slowly in the book, but so many people don't have the right information. So as I grow up, as I stay in the UK, as I learn how to read and write, to know who I am as a woman, and been very privileged and lucky to sit in global platforms, got nominated by so many world leaders across the world. I started to really see my power and my influence, that I could do something rather than just selfishly keeping it for myself. And I wanted to use the power I have, the small, little, tiny power I have to just make people aware of, what is happening out there. And I think what I was saying a couple of weeks ago, we don't know each other really. The world, many people don't know what's going on across the world. And what I'm trying to do is to educate people, to inform them and hopefully transform their mind and their hearts so they can make a difference. They can go and learn from other cultures and what's happening out there. So I made it my mission to not focus on my pain, to focus on what I can do better and how I can, inform people to go there and really learn from people and make a difference.
Something like transmuting the pain and make it worth a while because it gave you the awareness to do something different and make a difference in the world. Does that make sense?
I don't focus on the pain that much. I focus on the impact I can make, because I can't do anything about the pain. It's not my fault, right? It's not something that I wish to hide. Everything is about influence of people, what people do to you. But I learned from a very early moment in my personal growth that you are responsible for your life. What people do to you It's not your fault. You can control what you do to yourself, but you cannot control what people do to you. And for that reason, I have to do something that is good, right? I wanted to focus on how I can change things on and how I can fight for women and girls and what I can do to make a difference. So that's my focus right now, because the pain, there's nothing I can do. It is there, it will not go away, and you will, but I need to do something about it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. When you're saying we don't know each other, what do you mean?
I think we don't know each other because I think the world is a big place, over 8 billion people nearly. And there's so many stories out there, so many examples of leadership. But I think if you are born in this era of social media, you only see Beyonce or Michelle Obama or Oprah, or you see the people of, that's all you see. But there are millions of women out there and girls who are doing extraordinary work, right? So I think because we are bombarded with almost, it's like immediate information. You just scroll and you like, that's it. You think we all have 24 hours a day. We all have the same hours a day. Your hours is my same, the hours you have is the same hours I have. And then it depends how do you use those hours. If you use those hours to just scroll and look at celebrities and look at people who made it, you will never make it because it's like, there's so many people out there who right now, while you and I are talking, they're making money, they're being raped, they're being molested, they're living in refugee camps. So I've been very lucky to travel across the world to see, while you and I are sitting down having a Zoom call, my girls in Kakuma are asking me for money, right? Because they don't have connectivity right now. And at the same time last year, I was in a Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya, where when I sat down there, I came back to London on the 16th of March. I took the flight from the 15th, arrived on the 16th, and literally 1 year. At this time, I was begging companies to give me soap. I was begging them to literally give me water and soap and sanitation for my girls. Many people didn't care. Everyone was thinking about, lockdown and COVID-19. And 1 year later, today I had a Paul Pullman on my podcast this morning, and I was telling him how leadership can change the world, right? But compassionate leadership, right?
Yeah.
Compassionate leadership, not leadership because you want to be seen but how do you actually really walk the talk, right? How do you go and actually, he sent one single email he sent, and then he said one single sentence in 2017. He said one single sentence, and that changed the course of iamtheCODE. And then he said, one single email he sent, literally, the entire our girls have soap. The entire camp have got soap.
Wow.
So it takes leadership for things to happen, and that's what I'm been focusing on. Women have power. They can do whatever they like. But I think for the last, I would say, I've seen a decline of women helping women for the last 20, 30 years. I think maybe, I don't know, blame the social media or blame the fact that many women don't have visibility. But I think right now women have money, right? So they have funds. They need to give more, right? They have money from their husband pensions. They have money from philanthropic work. They have money from running businesses. But I don't see this money being given to other women. And that's one of the things I've been talking about on my podcast. How do you make sure that women actually spend money on other women? It's good to just put slogans out there. I'm helping women. I'm supporting women. Women who are right now into the venture capital world in Silicon Valley, women running their businesses, they're struggling. COVID-19 has made women lose money, divorce, single moms, lack of skills, digital literacy. So many things are happening to women. No one actually cares about this because we expect every woman to be strong, every woman to be powerful. Not every woman will be powerful. Not everyone will be strong. We are powerful and strong by default. But the external forces makes us weak, makes us question ourselves. For example, I was just giving an example yesterday about Meghan Markle and Oprah. Oprah should have not accepted to put Meghan Markle on a global TV, because it's a mistake, right? We know that she suffered racism. We everybody who have white friends, and especially that level of people who very conservative, so we know the racism exists. You probably just must be blind or don't care about it, but we all know Meghan Markle suffered racism. But we need to think about children, right? Her children, Archie and the new baby coming. If I was Oprah, I would not accept that interview, because it will not help Meghan. And I think this is why I'm trying to elevate the consciousness of other people. It's not because you can, you will do it. You don't have to. It's wrong decision. So, and this is why we need women to be mentored, advised, counseled. It's wrong, very wrong. And because she will regret this in the next, probably 15 years. She will go back on time and say, oh my God, I went on TV and I said this about my family-in-law. We all know that families, have issues and they fight, but you don't go national TV, especially if you are going to have children that will watch the internet. I'm very blessed to sit on the board of the World Wide Web Foundation, chaired by Tim Berners-Lee. One thing I've learned about the internet is the internet doesn't go away.
Yeah.
It will stay here. So you have to be really careful what you say and what you do, and you have to protect children. So, and this leads to my point: when we support other women, we have to advise them, right? Not patronize them or be mean to them, but we need to tell women this is not right. The time you're spending on Facebook, on Instagram, go and learn a skill, right? Go and learn how to create a website, and go and learn how to write a blog. So I think women need to support women more financially, emotionally, physically. But also I think we need to guide each other more, not just the frame of sisterhood, but actually really, really, really helping women.
Yeah, hands-on. What would you say to women out there who really want to help, who really see that there's no difference between one color, another color, one age, another age, lack of skills, or whatever it is? What would you tell them? Start where? Do what? Go where?
First of all, don't patronize other women. So we are all the same. But I think sometimes it depends. It depends on women, right? It depends on people. For me, I have a lot of friends who are, non-white, non-black, and they white, and I think that I call my friends to learn more, to open up, especially women who have got power in big companies. I call them to, not be, I don't need ally, I think the word allyship is really hypocritical, because you can't really have allies. But I think what you need is really a compassion and kindness, but also put yourself in the shoe of another person, right? And so if you are a woman in the West, and waking up with a very soft bed and very soft pillow and plenty of water and tea and coffee and connections and makeups and whatever you want to, money into your bank account, you call yourself a woman, you call yourself, I help other women, but you never had a black friend, or you never, supported a black woman, or you never contacted an Asian woman, it's not about tweeting about Stop Asian Hate or Black Lives Matters, but what are you doing to be a friend with women? Are you what you're doing right now, interviewing me as a black woman? So, because, if people hear my voice, it gives visibility to my organization. And so I think that the more we have people like you who are going out of their way to see their privileges with responsibility, and then say, I have got this platform, and I want to give Lady Mariéme a platform to speak about her organization, and people can hear her out. That's one step change. That's one step that many people should do. And then, sometime, when you come to talking about cultural stuff, invite your other friends to be part of it. And I think this is why what we need as Black women is not allies, but we need friends. We need people who, you will never understand what it means to be Black, but you definitely can put yourself in my shoes to understand the discrimination, the suffering, the dehumanization, all of that. And I think globally, all women should support each other. Doesn't matter which age, religion, where you come from, but it just, I think it's important that we help each other in a way that is very, very meaningful rather than abstract.
Well, I must say, Lady Mariéme, that what attracted me towards you was the fact that you were helping girls I couldn't care less whether you're brown, pink, yellow, green, any color. It was your heart and your mission, and to be so decisive and to have your goals so clearly stated, like I read here. Her goal is to empower and enable 1 million girls and you're women globally to become coders by 2030 and align with the UN 2030 agenda. You have your goals there, stated on paper, and you're going towards them. And for that, thank you very much. And from
No, my pleasure. I think that vision really came about because Anna, it's if you have the life I had, you have to create a system change, right? You have to go out there because I sat down
yes,
at the UN where so many people, a lot of power. So you really need to look at the world with people have a lot of power and money, right? Power, money is not a problem in this world, right? So you can see with COVID-19, people who want to make profit, they will make profit. People who want to do something, they will do it in their sleep. Within 1 year, we have the vaccine. So mobilizing people to do something is not a problem at all. It's really not a problem. But people just don't care, right? It's just how do you make people to care? And so I wanted to tell them, okay, you don't care about women and girls, fine. But I'm going to go and do this. You like it or not, I'm going to do it. And so I gave myself a very, very clear mission. And then I think that people are just realizing now, actually, this woman, she's going to do it. She's going to do it. We better jump in right now, right? We better jump and help her because, 10 years, like 9 years from now, she's going to prove us wrong, right? And so, and then you have these girls, because the girls grow up. I'm here, I was a poor girl growing up in Senegal. I grew up, I'm here, 46 years old. So what do you think the girls are doing? Do you think they're going to regress in age? No, they're going to grow up. Do you think they're going to wait for you and me? No, they're going to grow up. So if you really understand time, girls are growing up. They're not going to stay poor forever because they're going to go and try to find it. So if you are waiting for girls to regress in age, forget about it. They will grow up. And when they grow up, they'll become like me, very strong, very powerful. They will share their stories. And you better listen to them because you better listen to those girls because they are changing the world. They're creating movement like Black Lives Matter movement. They're changing the world, stop Asian hate. They're changing the world, right? Greta Thunberg, Malala Yousaf. Those were young girls before. These were young, tiny girls, tiny girls. And now they're women. So you better really start working with women now and investing in women now. If you really, really, really care, you have to start investing now. Seriously.
What I see every day, women are more malleable, more malleable. And we can change the world, as you said, from compassion and kindness. We don't need to be fighting anything. Compassion and love are so much stronger than hate, isn't it?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Trying to find the best way to support other women. And when we say compassion, we also, what we mean, is really to find a way to, to support people meaningfully, right? It's really to support people meaningfully and make sure that, we do the right thing. We have to do the right thing. We have wasted a lot of time, and
yes,
we have wasted a lot of time, and the time wasted will never come back. I always said this to my girls, if you waste the time, it's never going to come back. So you have to really, start, doing something about this. It's very important, right?
Marianne Williamson, I saw her life and she was saying that we women can claim our power and we should claim our power. It's there, we gave it away. You have the same feeling?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. It's our duty. People always ask me, why do you do this? I have no choice, right? I can sit down. The world, I don't owe anything to the world, right? I can sit in my comfortable home and be a victim and say, I'm not going to help anybody, right? I don't need to do anything, really. I can just sit down. I can live a very comfortable life and do absolutely nothing, really nothing. But this is not the goal, right? The goal is society let me down as a child. And it is my duty to now go and tell society, we all came here in this world and, I probably have 100 years to live if I'm lucky. But within those 100 years, I have to do something about this, right? And what is the legacy you want to leave behind. It's not buildings, it's not cars, it's not the most expensive bag, it's not a Chloe bag, it's not a little apartment in Italy or south of France, because you're gonna die, leave all of that behind you. But how many people have you touched? How many people have you impacted? How many people have you transformed and changed, right? How many people have you given the opportunity to even think? Or you can even give you can even educate someone to become anti-racist by just talking to them, by just helping them think differently, or by educating them, giving them information. And so this is my legacy in life. My legacy in life, if every single person I've got the intention to touch now and touch in the next 10 years, 20 years, while I'm in this on this earth. This is what I want to do. I want to help people, because no one helped me. No one helped me. My mom died, my father died. They had me and left me here alone. So the other day I was writing in the book, who do I have? When you see your mom in, when you see society and time, and you think, you go back to time, you think about Asian generation. He said, my friends have got their mom, their dad, and people exist. You see COVID-19, people are dying because of illness and obesity and lack of money, and they live in poor communities, or they, because of their backgrounds, and so you realize, you said, I'm here alone, right? Where's my mom? Where's my dad? If I have this accolade, global accolade, who do I need to call? And I have my son who's 19, I love very much, but you just think about time. And then the short time you have on this earth, you have to make the most of it, but do good, right? Do good. Do good with it. Go and reach people, listen to them, change. And because if the interview you're doing right now can help 10 women, 10 girls, 20 girls, you're not doing it for me, you're doing it for yourself. So, and then the more we supply, I call this the supply chain of humanity, the more we can multiply the humanity, and the more we can support people, the better it is, because no one helped me. No one helped me, and then society totally let me down, and from child abuse to where I am today. So I cannot sit down and watch the world burn, or watch girls suffer when I can do something about it. It's just not possible.
Yeah, it's your mission, is your soul telling you this is how you are fulfilled, and
I have to do it. I have to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. I see a lot of, it's just lack of knowledge many times. Wouldn't you say that, Lady Mariéme? Because some children, they don't know about all this. They don't know about cultures. They just see what their parents tell them or their teachers tell them. And because they don't have that information, they could see a person of, because they behave differently or they look differently. It's just like they could be scared. But that's our brain just telling us, you don't know that. That could be dangerous. I think it's just about information and education, most of it, don't you think? Because if you put children together that they haven't met before, they are not saying, oh, you are this color, you don't have a limb, you don't, they just play, don't they?
Yeah, that's the world. The world we live in is really exactly that. It's like I work with girls in the most deprived communities of the world, and they have no idea what's going on. I have
Yeah,
no idea what's going on, and they have no bitterness.
yeah,
And these people, they've been really let down, but like me, they've been born in a place where they were born in their countries. Their countries have good natural resources, right?
yeah,
And it's fascinating because they have no bitterness, no anger, and they're refugees, total refugees, come from difficult places across the world. But when you listen to the girls, they're so powerful and so beautiful. And then I said to myself, what do we need to do to make sure that this lack of bitterness and anger and victimization of themselves doesn't happen? We let them down because we just put them in this refugee camp in a big desert, hot, 50 degrees. They have one uniforms, they eat one meal a day. And people in the West think this is okay. They think this is okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. But they make it so normalized. They normalize it. Oh, it's a refugee camp. Let's go. Let's travel. Let's take our plane and go there. I said, no, close the camp. Close it. With $10 million or 20, you can close this camp right now. You can close. You don't need it. Put them in foster homes or create a building and put them there. You don't need to put them in this place where they don't have sanitation. They live in dormitories. It's really crazy. And so that's my fight right now, is to tell people, stop this nonsense. Really stop it. Unnecessary. Really unnecessary. 80 million people. 80 million. Nearly 1 billion. Nearly 1 billion people across the world don't have where to live. Homeless. Stateless. And we are sitting and watching. Come on.
We need some different kind of information.
Information, education, but also we need to win people's hearts.
Yes, that kindness, that compassion that you talk about, and put it into action. Somebody was telling me that a friend of theirs, they said, oh, I want to go to this place and help these people because they are refugees. And then the other person told him, no, rather than go there, send them the money.
Donate. I said to people all the time,
Yeah.
I'm so against people who, take the plane and I've been there for so long. I go there because the girls need to see me. They trust me and they want me to come. And when we go there, we're teaching them. I'm as an African woman, I'm helping them. But I'm against the people traveling there, because that's why when the camp happened, we closed it down. They closed the camp. And I said to people, don't go there because of your selfishness, to contaminate them. Close the camp. And I fought very hard for UNHCR to close the camp, and they closed the camp. After they closed the camp, the girls were not infected. But I'm telling you, March at this time, I was like, oh my God, when am I gonna get the soap? Who's gonna give me soap? Who's gonna give me masks? It was terrible. And so we can donate. People are donating to iamtheCODE, and the girls now have got soap, they have masks, they are happy. The connectivity because of COVID-19, to get them connectivity. So it's a global effort. I call it a collective compassion, Anna.
Yeah. And with what for us is very little, for them could make such a big difference. Even if we donate 10 euros or 10 pounds, it would make a difference, because 10 here, 10 there, altogether, that makes a difference.
Exactly. And support. Just like sometimes they don't even need the money. They need just someone to help them and say, I care about you, right?
Yes.
Someone to say, I care about you. I wanna support you. I believe in you. And sometimes that's all they need. They don't need anything else. They just need someone to say,
I see you.
yeah, I care about you. I see you. I want to work with you. Yeah.
I love you. You are
Yeah.
there and you matter.
You are valuable.
You're valuable just because you are. But
That's what they need.
yeah, but you know what, Lady Mariéme, even in this world, even being whiter, not everybody got that I love you because you are either. So we can empathize completely with any human being out there, because we didn't get it ourselves in many cases. Even by having a mother and a father and family around, many times, they never told us, I love you because you are enough. I love you just because. So we can empathize there. We have.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Unfortunately. But the good news is that we can turn it around and say, what do I do with that pain? Well, in my case, I turn around and I said, I want to be the best mother for my children, and love them just because they are, and expect nothing from them. Just love them unconditionally. And that way you can learn. You turned around all the stuff that you went through that was not pleasant, but you could turn it around and turn it into kindness, love, compassion, and action. So thank you very much.
No. I wish that people can start really forgetting about themselves a little bit more. And when I get people on my podcast, I always ask them, how do you build the inclusion? Right? How do you make sure that you include people in your conversations? And I think the lack of knowledge is not because we don't have knowledge, because right now we have so much content. If you really want to learn about Senegal, you just need to spend 15 minutes of your time and learn about Senegal. Literally, just like seriously, 15 minutes, it will give you the whole spectrum of what Senegal is. Because I didn't go to school, I learned through the internet. And so if you really care, you can learn about Senegal. And literally, I think it's more having people like you out there who can go in and tell people, hey, it's time for you to learn about these cultures. And the more we learn about cultures and people, and I think we can make a difference. I had a friend of mine earlier on the podcast, and I was asking him, why does he do what he do? Why it's important for him to help people. He said to me, what else do you want me to do? Right? He said, you are doing the same. He said, I have money, I have power, I've got influence, I run $1 billion company. You don't thank me, you came to change our lives, because when I selfishly invited you to come to talk to my team, you actually changed the life of my company. Because of you, we set up the entire purpose of the company. So for me, that was a very opening to listen to this man, a powerful man, you know, running, for him to say this. I didn't know that a young woman like me from Senegal will have this influence of opening people's heart and mind. But because I'm just honest about it, honestly, you have to understand the pain and the difficulty people are suffering. And I will not stop talking about this. I have to tell people, and hopefully we'll get more people enlightened to make a difference. They have to.
Yeah, I'm sure we will, Lady Mariéme, because love is so much more powerful than any other force out there, any other physical force. So much more powerful. And guess what? The more we give, the better we feel. So even if we're selfish, we'll continue doing it because we have such a good time doing this. So
absolutely,
it's a win-win-win to the power of 10.
Absolutely. The more we work together and just decide that we're gonna help people, step back a little bit and think.
When people want to help your girls, actually put money there, send them a prayer, send them a photograph, connect with them and tell them, I love you. Happy Sunday, whatever it is, whichever way we can support your girls in particular. How do we do it?
Well, there are a couple of ways. You can mentor the girls, so they need mentoring right now. They have like amazing projects. There are 12 weeks project. We also have virtual clubs that we are running across the world. The girls need devices and connectivity and content. They need all of that. And people are donating through the iamtheCODE website. We have a very good mentoring team that could support as well. So we have a lot of means for people to get involved.
Excellent. So the best way would be to go to your website and we can find it here.
Yeah, absolutely. Just go to the donate page and then you can donate anything you want. If you want to talk to Carolina or Tyler from my team, just have a call with them. If you have time to mentor girls, the second cohort is starting in April. So April 21st, I think. So if you want to mentor the girls, just join the mentoring program and you can start speaking to the girls globally. We have now 27,000 girls globally.
Anything else you would like to say? I'm conscious of your time, your valuable time. We only have you on this earth for 50 more years. I'm very conscious of your time.
No, I'm fine. I want to thank you so much for having me. I definitely enjoy talking to you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk to your audience, and let's keep helping women and girls globally. They need our help right now.
Yes. Thank you very much, Lady Mariéme.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you again very soon.
Yes.
Thank you so much.